Hey everyone, welcome back to Gamedec. We are still in harvest time and something tells me we will be for a while yet. We are on the second of four pages here, so to speak, journals. And we are trying to figure out who these three personas are. The Sheriff, Leanne and the Outlaw. We have three options. We can accuse them of being a cheater, a perpetrator or a victim. I don't know if we have to assign one to each here, but so far I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the sheriff being the cheater, just because there is so much here that and it literally says the sheriff is cheating because he is using speed boosts. That's not too much to determine yet if what Leanne actually is, but based on the assumption that we have to choose one for each, which might be wrong. The Outlaw seems to be leaning heavily towards the perpetrator here, but he could also be a cheater, depending on, again, if we can choose more than one for the same role here. We don't have too many, because we do have quite a few, but nothing that really says anything about Leanne. It says that she has the sheriff in her crosshairs. She is collecting intel. She recently returned to the game after a prolonged absence, and she's on a whale hunt. She's looking for rich players. That doesn't necessarily tell us anything, actually, I feel, pointing to any of these. But maybe we'll learn a bit more about why she was away from the game. She is in the guild house, which we gained access to last time, so that is what we are going to be exploring today. Plus, we know that the Outlaw is hiding out here. Oh, and she's right there.
Oh, it's you.
Leanne was absorbed in a book, at least she seemed to be. The woman slowly looked up at me. Oh, it's you. And the first time we talked to her, we had just met the sheriff. He seemed like a very nice guy. We were trying to stay on his good side. We've later learned, though, that maybe he's not such a good guy. He has two henchmen, one of them being Aki. Did we get the name of on the other one? Mad Dog, which we haven't seen yet. And we have sensed an invisible presence, a ghost. It eludes me now if we saw something. I think we saw a woman last time, but that's just the avatar, of course. The fact that Mad Dog hasn't been seen or rarely logs in lately, maybe he's not so rarely logging in, it's just people are not actually physically seeing him. So we are actually going to take the job here. I changed my mind. I'll take the job. Excellent. I want you to vet the sheriff for me and find out what he does in Relium. I hope everything's clear. Okay. Let's try and find out a little bit more about her, because she's the only one that I don't really have a clear picture of right now. Or at least any reading. Not necessarily a clear picture of the others, but any reading whatsoever. Can you tell me something about yourself? I sense that you are a strong and interesting person. I'm sure I'm not wrong. She blushed. Oh, stop it. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a regular Harvest Time player. Well, alright, I am a big fan. It's been a while since I last played. I was pretty busy in Relium. I finally managed to come back, but to be honest, I'm here on business. Okay, let's start by asking what she knows about the sheriff. Do you know anything about the sheriff? I heard that he is very respected here. Everyone speaks very highly of him. What's your opinion? I don't really trust him. My instinct tells me not to trust him. Not anymore, at least. Right, I felt so myself. I'm glad I met you. We got a clue. I wonder if that's a flawless hero. Yeah, the sheriff's reputation seems to be impeccable. Okay, yeah. Guess that was confirmed by Leanne here. Have you heard anything about a player called the Outlaw? The girl upstairs. I don't know her. I think she's new. She's strange. She just sits there and reads books. You seen her talk to anyone? No, nobody came to see her. She's all alone. Okay, let's ask what she does in the game. What do you do in harvest time? The woman burst out laughing. What haven't I been doing? I used to run a prosperous farm. I was on top of the leaderboards. Now I'm mostly here for the people. This community is one of a kind. Sadly, you can't trust everyone, which is why I asked for your help. Okay, let's report what we discovered. I don't know what we discovered though. About the sheriff. Okay, let's not lie. So we're still gathering some information. Let's leave her alone. Anything around here? Don't think so. I'm assuming we can go upstairs. Yes. Hello. Okay. Sorry. You okay? Upon seeing me, the girl tossed her book away and made a few hesitant steps towards the exit. She was frightened. Stay away! Get lost! Okay. Conviction, trust, intimidation, and breaking. Okay, we are not gonna go any closer. We are gonna, of course, always we are gonna be a good person here and try to get her to trust us. She is the outlaw. Fair enough. We're not gonna come any closer. I stopped. I didn't want to exacerbate the situation. She gave me an appraising look. The sheriff sent you, right? Well, he did. I'm not sure that for once we might not want to go for the special outcome here, or for the special choice. Because he did. I'm gonna admit that it's true. Hopefully that's gonna get her on our good side. Yes, I did a job for him. The girls... Okay, well, fair enough. That's not the way we wanted to go then. The girl struggled to look menacing. I knew it. You should leave before I get mad. Get mad, not mag. Okay. Ask who she's working with. Say, no, we're still gonna try for this one. We're gonna say that we want to help. Trust me, I'm here to help you. No, I don't believe you. Well, finally, we might be able to get on towards this end here. We're gonna use our scalpel job profession here and gain her trust. Be smart and trust me. I'm a doctor. I help people every day and I want to help you too. Oh, a doctor. The last time I saw a doctor, he was cutting my umbilical cord. The girl laughed. I convinced her to listen to me. Now I had to get her to trust me. Okay. We can convince her by being subtle, ask for help with the investigation, ask who she is in Relium, or convince her by being open. I think she seems like a character that would appreciate me being open, so let's try that. Listen, you know that you're no match for the sheriff alone, right? The girl nodded in agreement. Yeah, there we go. Sensory surgeon. That's something we can get right now. It is not. Fair enough. We are gonna express a concern for her health. I can see that you're confused and you're far from being in peak health. Sitting here doing nothing will only make things worse for you. It's going up very quickly. I think you're right. The girl lowered her head. Brag about our connections? Doesn't seem like a good choice right now. Let's show some empathy, I guess. I know that life's not easy for you and your friends. That's why I don't intend to keep you from pursuing your dreams. I want to help. Alright. But don't you want anything in return? You'd be the first person in my life who wanted to help me for free. The girl looked at me like a dog that used to be beaten, but decided to trust their new owner anyway. Okay, let's ask about the sheriff. Tell me, what do you know about the sheriff? He's a cunt for one. He has a pair of goons too, Ake usually watching us at the farm, and Mad Dog usually watching the sheriff's ass. Okay. Okay, so she works at the farm apparently. She might be part of the Orange folk. Maybe she, at least maybe she used to. Let's see who she's working with. Who are you working with? Actually, no one. I'm alone. All alone. Really? You don't have any partners? I don't, I swear. The sheriff said to meet him at the saloon at sundown. I still had plenty of time. I could either pass the time at the saloon or continue my investigation. We are, of course, going to continue the investigation. Could you tell me anything about yourself? Not much to tell, although I did recently give my supervisors the slip. I'm just sorry I didn't get to see that asshole Aki's face. My dream is to visit all in-game locations. That's a snag. I can't leave without a ticket for the Midnight Express. It arrives this evening. Well, we didn't get it, did we? I mean, I'm pretty sure Guy found one, but, I mean, we can try. I can get you a ticket for the Midnight Express. What do you think of that? What do I think? That's all I've ever dreamed of. Do it, please. Okay, so we did not get one, but we know who has one at least. Did get a deduction, probably about the Outlaw. Let's see here. She is indeed chasing dreams. She defied her supervisors from the Orange Folk Farm to visit other locations in this world. So she might actually not be a perpetrator, she might be a victim. Let's go talk to Guy. See if we can get the Midnight Express ticket. I'm gonna assume it's Guy anyway, that we can talk to about that. Hello. Hello, Mr. Gamedec. Nice to have you around. Let's buy a ticket to the Midnight Express. See how expensive it's gonna be. Guy, do you still have that ticket you dug out in front of me? I'd like to buy it from you. Oh, listen, I know that you came here to help us, but I can't sell you this ticket. I'll just give it to you. There. Guy handed me a piece of paper that shone with gold. You helped me sell my spoils and brought me so much luck that it would be unfair not to give it to you, wouldn't it? Why, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I was honestly afraid we were gonna have some sort of farming session here where I had to gather, I don't know, 5,000 gold or something like that. But apparently that was not the case. The girl smiled hesitantly. Speak then. Ask. Here, a ticket for the Midnight Express. It's yours. Gosh, you weren't lying. I mean, you did it. I'm so glad. Thank you. I'm gonna offer to escort her to the station. The sheriff could stage an ambush. I'll help you get to the station. Alright, let's meet here at sundown. Oh, so now we have to choose. Now we have to choose. Okay. Okay, I guess time will pass. Can we just run down? No, we need to click. Okay. Alright,
I wish to speak with you, Gamedec.
Okay, I haven't found out anything new about the sheriff, no. Well, maybe we don't have to choose, but it seems like it. Can we get inside here? Yes, we can. I felt a sudden strong gust of wind. There was the occasional mild breeze in this game, but nothing like this. It was either I was either hallucinating or I had just seen falling dust arrange itself into the outline of a human being. There we go. Just as I expected, my invisible stalker reappeared. I had 2 more apps I could use to examine this activity, but both were illegal. I think we're gonna hunt for the ghost. I could trace the player by performing either a safety scan or by putting on Gamedec goggles. The scan was more reliable, but I risked drawing admin attention. The goggles were safer, but their range was limited to my field of view. Okay, we are not gonna risk being caught out here by the admin, so let's put on the goggles. Okay, use the programs that inform you about the ghost localization. Catch it and force it into a duel. It was time for this little birdie to show herself, or itself. The goggles pointed me towards the ghost, but I only had a short while to find it. I had to hurry. I was determined to catch the ghost, so I hurried in the direction suggested by the app. Or did you now? Here we go. I had the enemy in my bag, I just had to restrain them. The freeze app I had in my deck was the best tool for the task. I don't think we're not gonna take any chances here to scan it first. Let's restrain straight away. I opened a window and chose freeze, but my attack was ineffective. The enemy had some sort of security program. Firewall or failure. Okay. There was something familiar about the software. It took me a moment, but I finally recognized it. They were Gamedec apps. I was up for a duel. My enemy didn't wait for an invitation and quickly launched the first attack. The enemy attacked me with web. It was a massive thing, one I wasn't prepared for. It hit me with full power and gave my opponent the lead. Okay, maybe we should have scanned. It seemed my enemy had access to a standard collection of apps, but so did I. I opened a window with offensive and defensive programs. Okay, to gain advantage in a duel, choose attacks your opponent has not seen before and defenses that fit your opponent's attacks. Okay. Apps had different speeds and methods of operation. Successful attacks gave you an advantage, while a good defense helped you keep it. Okay. Do we attack or do we wait? I mean, they just attacked. It might be prudent to wait for another one and see what happens. On the other hand, if they do attack again and we do not actually counter it, or we don't get a chance to counter it, we will hit the failure, pretty sure, if it's gonna give us get us much progress as it did the first time. Let's launch an attack here. I had to choose an app. Oh, sure. Let's try some personalized ads, why not? I had access to tools that could bury my enemy under a pile of personalized ads. Shouldn't mess with infotainers. It definitely made a mess of my opponent's screen, which was the point. I was sure my opponent had already chosen an application. The opponent threw shurikens at me, a dispersed and fast attack. Okay. Okay, so we have like 6 options here, and one of them says dispersed and fast, so I mean, I assume, either it's that or it's the opposite, and a pirouette makes sense, I guess. You use some fancy thing, some fancy maneuver. Let's see if I guessed right. Pirouette was a good app. I hope it would work. It was the perfect defense. I wasn't affected at all. Excellent. Okay. I have no idea. Let's try and do a focused and fast, I guess. They did dispersed and fast. I don't know if we want to do the exact opposite of that or how this is gonna work, but let's try focused and fast. Those who lived by the sword, from what I remembered, this app injected server queries into the opponent's code. It was basically a virus. My opponent answered with smokescreen. It was too slow. I was taking control. Right? The advantage I gained was minimal. It wasn't worth it. Mysterious player. Well, that's them saying it. No, it's. I guess it's. I mean, the advantage I gained was minimal. It wasn't worth it. It seemed like it was very well worth it. My opponent was preparing another attack. My enemy decided to attack using axe. Oof. Should I have been remembering, maybe? Axe. I'm guessing it's fast. Oh, it's focused at least. I guess it depends on what kind of axe it is. It could be swift, could be fast, could be slow. Let's try and use a shield, I guess. I protected myself with a shield. It stopped enemy signals. That's probably not the thing then. The app I used was fast, but my enemy's attack was too strong. I suffered some damage. Okay. Can we see the... No, we cannot. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we used the sword. The tutorial did say to use different ones. So let's try something else. Let's use the bow, I guess. Let's try focus and swift. Maybe we want to be more random and try and go from like focus dispersed, something like that. That's how they began battles in medieval times, with a hail of arrows. In this case, a hail of requests that blocked the enemy's ports. They responded with helmet, same speed as bow, but the wrong method. My attack hit, but only half as effective. Okay. At least we're getting closer. I didn't gain anything from it. It seems like you did, my friend. I don't know why you would say that. I sensed my enemy grinning in anticipation of the next attack. The enemy hit me with the bow, focused and swift. See, we knew this one. That's good. So we want repulsion, focused and swift. I used repulsion. It's a quick type of defense that deflects enemy packets. It was the perfect defense. I wasn't affected at all. Okay. Okay, let's attack with a monster, dispersed and swift. I'd always imagined this attack like a pack of little aggressive monsters. In reality, it spammed the target with annoying notifications. The enemy reacted with pirouette. Too slow, I gained the advantage. I prepared for the next attack. Ooh. The enemy attacked using Godzilla. Ooh. That seems like something slow. Focused, maybe? Let's use the gate. Gate provided heavy cover. I hoped it would protect me. My defense proved too slow. The enemy's attack was effective. Okay. Oh, we're not gonna give up. Let's attack again. Okay, let's try the halberd. Focused and slow. I used halberd. The strong attack signal overrode enemy commands and made them ineffective. The enemy tried to hide behind shield. The app was faster than halberd, and it was the right method, but I still came out on top. Wonder how much we should be paying attention to all this. I was sure my opponent had already chosen an application. My opponent used monster, dispersed and swift. Okay, well. I tried to defend myself with helmet. It was quick and dispersed type of defense. It was the perfect defense. I wasn't affected at all. Then we attack again. And let us attack with a web, dispersed and slow. It was time to use web. The useful app intensified jamming signals to the point where the enemy's program started acting up. Ooh, the enemy used shield. It was faster than web, but the method was incorrect. They got hit. I disarmed my enemy, which allowed me to restrain them and check their identity. A female voice spoke to me. All right, you really kicked my ass out there. Let's talk. Let's ask who she is. Who are you? Relax, I'm a friend. I like your profession and I'm intrigued by your investigation. That's why I've been observing you at work. I don't want to say more right now. Not here. You know what? Fine. Let's show understanding. Fine. But I don't appreciate being followed and eavesdropped on, and you still haven't answered my question. I'm a friend and I'll try to prove that to you. As for all the spying, I hope I can make up to it. I hope I can make it up to you somehow. Okay. Let's ask if we know each other. You said that you're a friend. Do we know each other? We met some time ago in a different world. I've got a feeling we have more in common than just our profession. Huh. I wonder who it is. Let's ask why she's following us. Why are you following me? Well, out of sheer detective curiosity, a game deck in a game like this, it was worth listening to some of your conversations. I know it's unethical and undignified, pardon me. It's no excuse, but you wouldn't have answered my questions if I had asked them directly. Okay, I get it. You don't trust me and you need to be careful. Let me prove my good intentions and maybe I'll share some information with you. It might help you with your investigation. But I don't mean to force my solution on you too early. After all, I can't be wrong, right? Finish your investigation and let's meet to discuss our findings, preferably somewhere private. For example, in my bedroom. Let's not be corny like that. We already have a meeting at the saloon, so let's go with a graveyard here. The graveyard. That's right. After you've completed the investigation and finished up your business, meet me where tombstones grow, as a poet would say. Do you remember the way? You need to jump into the well or off the saloon roof. Both methods are fine. I'll see you there. Good luck. The mysterious game deck vanished into thin air. A moment later, I received a text file in a private message. I scanned and opened it. The message said, "You really kicked my ass there, friend. Please accept the enclosed files with my compliments." They were dug out of the depths of the net. You might find them useful. Posing as a Mr. Lepsky, the sheriff became the manager of a Nanette's Gardens charity activation program for poor kids in harvest time. It also appears that the head of Nanette's foundation is a player named Leanne. The message ended with a note. I'd love to speak with you about this case. Remember the graveyard. I'll wait for you there. Okay, so what did we just learn? Well, we got all of them. Popular and respected. The sheriff has a great reputation among the residents of High Rock. He helps them with their problems. He's using a cheat or a speed boost, so he's cheating. The talented Mr. Lepsky. The sheriff works as a manager for the Nanette Foundation under the pseudonym Mr. Lepsky. I wonder if Leanne knows this, or if they are indeed somehow in league with each other. We know that he has two goons, Aki and Mad Dog. Mad Dog turned out not to be the invisible force as I thought he might be. The sheriff's reputation seems to be impeccable and he is quick, but that is, I'm guessing, due to the speed boost. Probably learned maybe a bit about Leanne as well. She's head of the foundation. In Realium, Leanne is the head of the Nanette Foundation. So now we have two people connected to the same foundation at least. We already know the other ones. We recently went over them. That she is collecting intel on the sheriff. I wonder if she knows or she's maybe part of something trying to fool us. She returned to the game after a prolonged absence and she's on a whale hunt. Did we get anything new on the Outlaw? No. So we have 3 clues left to gather here. Let's go and talk to Leanne real quick here before we call it a day. Extort coins? No, that's not what we want to do. Okay, we can actually say that he works for a foundation, so we're gonna do that. He works for Nanette's foundation under the pseudonym Mr. Lepsky. He runs Nanette's Gardens, an activation program for poor kids. The woman's eyes and mouth went wide. For a good while, she seemed to have trouble catching her breath. Seems like she didn't know. But how? I'm Nanette. I'm the head of the foundation. I had no idea that Mr. Lepsky was the sheriff. He never said a word. Let's inquire about Mr. Lepsky. Tell me everything you know about Mr. Lepsky. I've never seen him in person. We met in the game. He offered to help me with Nanette's Gardens, and we struck a deal through Viper. The program was a burden on our budget. Mr. Lepsky came up with the idea to auction items from loot boxes that spawn when you grow pumpkins. I actually can't say a bad word about him. He made the gardens self-sufficient. The kids from the program have decent equipment, supplements, supervisors, although I have to say that I'm not sure about anything anymore. Okay. So we don't know too much about this Nanette's Gardens yet, other than it seems like maybe the sheriff is abusing it. Thank you for your help. Do we have any other questions? If not, I'll be going back to the foundation. Let's, before she leaves, ask what she knows, if she knows anything about the Orange Folk. What do you know about the Orange Folk? Nothing except the fact that they work on public farms and everyone thinks they're weirdos. But how is that connected to the case? Oh, now I understand. If Mr. Lepsky is the sheriff, then these people might be my kids from Nanette's Gardens. Oh my god. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. He's using them. Thank you for your help. Do you have... Okay. I think we... Okay, we can ask this again apparently. Tell me the truth. What do you really do in harvest time? Nothing wrong. I'm looking for a sponsor that could support my foundation. I need money. You see, I'm running a children's cancer hospital. Oh. About the sheriff. Well, he seemed rich. That's why he caught my attention. Okay, thank you for your help. I have to go back to the foundation now. Goodbye. Okay. Did that... Yes, she's in search of a sponsor. She's looking for a sponsor that will support a foundation for children. Okay. So... we can go with cheater. I suspect she's a cheater trying to con suckers in harvest time. However, I don't think she's to blame for the orange folks' problems. She's definitely not. I don't think she's a cheater, and she's definitely not who to blame for the orange folk. A perpetrator. I suspect Leanne is responsible for the orange folks' problems. Criminals often take on the guise of oppressed victims in need of aid. I mean, she could be. She could be. Everything that we have collected on her so far doesn't really line up with perpetrator. But as it says, criminals often take on the guise of oppressed victims in need of aid. That all makes sense with the perpetrator. What we've seen. She could be the victim. I suspect Leanne is the real victim here. She seems lost, is asking for help, and is open about needing money. That's not how perpetrator acts. I wouldn't know. I haven't met too many perpetrators in my life, so I wouldn't know if that's a thing that perpetrators definitely do not do. We have all this. There's not really anything here that tells me that the sheriff is not a cheater. But that gives us at the moment 2 victims. But if we were to go by the words of the perpetrator of Leanne, criminals often take on the guise of oppressed victims in need of aid. That could also be the outlaw. She definitely fit the bill. For that, she seemed very sweet, innocent. She just wanted to see the world. We gave her a ticket. That might have been a huge mistake now. But Yeah, we don't know enough about the Outlaw yet, I feel, to really make a decision. We could probably take an educated guess on the others here. I don't feel like we know enough about the Outlaw yet. I don't know what we're gonna be doing next episode. We might check out the Outlaw again. We might. There's Happy Joe here as well. I don't think we've spoken to him. Otherwise, we might be getting close to sundown, so we can do some of this stuff as well. But that's gonna be next time. So for now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and to see you for the next one. Until then, take care.